Largest nuclear power plant, Zaporizhia, is intensifying, according to Ukrainian officials there. They say Russian cluster shells injured 8 civilians in a village nearby. 3 were ambulance workers who had responded to the scene. In a predictable refrain, Russia claims it was targeting deployment points for Ukraine's military. Meanwhile, northeast of Zaporizhia, Ukraine says it's clawed back significant ground in Bakhmut. CNN's Nic Robertson spoke to Ukrainian commanders on the ground who want to set the record straight on which Russian troops retreated first.
At the vanguard of Ukraine's most successful offensive in months, elite soldiers storm out of their US-made M113 troop carrier near Bakhmut. Over the following 3 days, they would take back close to 2 miles of eastern Ukrainian territory from Russian troops. Their commander explains, dry ground, new US attack vehicles helping reverse months of losses.
Everything was planned and calculated, and we had an advantage because we used armored vehicles. This time, the weather gave us a chance to use all our might and show what we're capable of.
Yevgeny Prigozhin is saying the reason you took territory is because the Russian forces ran away.
Prigozhin is a liar, because the first to flee were Wagner. It is his units that fled, and our success is not due to the fact that they fled, but the fact that we conducted a planned assault by circumventing and cutting them off. Actually, the unit he is bad-mouthing fought to the end. His Wagners were the first to flee.
Cleaned up and back from the battle, 3 young troop commanders recall the first moments. You are nervous, you feel the shivers, Oles says. Every sound scares you, especially the whistle of a mortar shell. With their success, losses too. It is always painful and hard to lose, Bars says, but it doesn't stop us. It makes us angrier, tougher, and gives us motivation to go all the way and not stop. Each of them knows more battles to come. After each fight, morale goes up, then down, then up again, Judo says. You have to motivate them somehow. And this last battle, not done when the Russians were pushed back. They regrouped, rushing in reinforcements. Not for the first time in the days-long fight, US-made weapons making a decisive difference. This time, HIMARS precision rockets.
Their reserves were too far away, and this allowed us to destroy the enemy, even as we approached them. We used unmanned aerial vehicles to see where they were concentrated, which enabled us to use a HIMARS for a precision strike.
His battalion estimate in their sector of the fight 200 to 300 Russian soldiers killed, but he is quick to acknowledge those soldiers' strengths and says Prigozhin is wrong to discount the Russian army.